Alright, let's get it.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on the kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost
I think one of the funniest shit about this though is them lights.
Red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Oh yeah.
What the hell are you doing? You don't take it cool, man. You gotta be.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he hits his target. This is Luke Steicher. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, y'all was hoping to throw it to him. That's why I'm waiting on you to throw it to him.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. Having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Henry, and an alley run. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Mariota now on 2nd down.
Damn, this shit pulled me way far away from me.
My goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 38 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Suckup, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. As the kicks away.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
We take it in the end zone.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Who your team?
And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action here on first down.
Ooh, that went right to his foot. What the
heck? The ball flight and it falls
over here.
Second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Oh, my gosh. You got a touchdown.
Oh, I seen him. But I wasn't going to throw it because that man was underneath.
He had a smooth cut
the whole time. He was underneath him.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
I got to get out there for
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Prescott from the gun.
Come on, man. That nigga. Oh. Couldn't let me get it off.
Of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on as the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And the Titans getting set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
This is Henry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Going up top.
That's overthrown.
That is going to be
overthrown.
One-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, Mariota. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's third down. Off the play fake, Mariota. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick that field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Flush to his right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds
Run my
to go
face,
here
you still
in the
getting
first
your
half.
ass whooping mad, huh? You know I'm the man, nigga.
Prescott being chased out left.
You know who this is, right?
Oh, good, good.
That's right, bro. I put that work in, bro.
Trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third and 4.
Hey, man, you don't want to keep putting the news, right?
You said what?
The Cowboys
you
on
don't
third
want to keep putting the
down. Just
news,
1 for
right?
3 thus far.
Nah, I
This is
ain't
third
been
and
in that
4.
league in ages, bro. I ain't never quit it. Nigga, the last time I was in that league, I was causing havoc, man. Them niggas was trying to give me losses, man. Them niggas, come on, man.
He's going to fire one deep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's tripping.
Inside the 10. Now a timeout.
Oh, man.
7
I ain't been in
seconds
y'all
left
league
in
in
the
about 2
first
years,
half.
man.
Oh, this is good.
And you get at me, man, when you get a check.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
even though it's
we gotta
first
run.
down, here's the field goal.
Yeah, they call me, they don't call me J-Pac no more. They call me userpac.com because I got that user, man. That shit is official, man. www.userpac.com. Yeah, userpac, man. So let them know, all right? Hit me up, man. Yeah, userpac, man.
I want you staying for a minute. This ain't gonna be over in 3 minutes.
Oh, it's gonna be over? Yeah.
The Titans offense
Kill him back, look like he about to put it down, though.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at,
You got them Dallas Cowgirls, but still, you know.
Hey, hold up. Watch your mouth. What's your team? I'm quite sure it's the Patriots. He's trying to put some work in.
It's the Patriots, his team.
I actually don't got a team right now. I had left my team alone 2 years ago. I'm leaning towards Cleveland.
Everybody want to be Cleveland fan.
Nah, man, I'm looking for a team, and it might not be Cleveland. I want to go to a team that got a nigga quarterback. I'm being racist.
Well, don't go to Arizona. Go to Arizona.
But I think I'm gonna go to a team that got a brother quarterback. You know what I mean? I'm being racist. Honestly, I'm thinking about it, man. I like Cam, bro.
Cam, alright.
Man, if you look at Cam numbers, if Cam was right, man, he'd be up in the top 5. They be talking shit, man. Come on now. Cam is solid, bro.
I need to bring my boy back, Kaepernick.
He's the only quarterback I know. He went to Super Bowl. He ain't never had a #1 wide receiver. Name the #1 wide receiver he ever had that's good.
Who, Cam?
Yeah.
That nigga had, what's that boy?
Yeah, I know. That's why you forgot him. That's how good he was.
Not again.
Calvin Benjamin was a bum. Please don't say him. Bum. Come in a training camp, 20, 25 pounds overweight. Nigga can't catch. Fuck Calvin Benjamin. He's a bum.
Hey, Dez Bryant did it. He went to the Saints and did it, and then look what happened.
Who?
Dez Bryant. They went to the Saints 10 pounds overweight and got hurt in practice for the whole career, for the whole season.
But see, there's a difference with Dez Bryant and Benjamin. Benjamin was new in the league coming in like that. Dez Bryant done put his work in, man. He is a vet. We talking about a young man and a veteran. Two different shits.
27 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
I mean, but you can't take nothing from Benjamin because he was doing his thing.
17-10.
Yeah, but then, you know, then y'all started not throwing him the ball. And, you know, the man was just a decoy. He was a blocker. And losing interest in football when the team start fading you out of the offense.
Let's go over there to what's it called New Orleans.
It's too late now. One thing about going to New Orleans that you fail to understand, people don't understand is Drew Brees is not target one receiver, my man. I seen him do it last year. That dude had that big game, had all those yards. But guess what happened next week? Drew Brees not gonna come out and just try to favor no one receiver. So you're not gonna go there and be no elite. If you watch all of his receivers, they always be all close to 1,000. You don't target one dude.
Yeah. You know
they spread the ball. So Dez ain't gonna have no top numbers over there with him because he spread that ball.
He ain't gonna have no numbers over there no way. I mean, why would y'all re-sign him and knowing that he got a problem staying hurt?
Man, what you need, the motherfucker you need to be talking about is sorry ass Tony Romo.
Now hold up. Name one quarter. Let me ask you a question. Name one quarterback that came in as a walk-on and broke team records.
Y'all was never a passing team. Y'all won Super Bowl.
You crazy?
Troy Aikman best season was 23 touchdowns.
Okay, man. And then you go back to listen,
one of your best quarterbacks that won Super Bowl, his best season was 23 touchdowns. There's 16 games in the season, bro.
So you say
didn't even average 2 touchdowns a game.
So you say Roger Staubach when in the era of Tom Landry and Roger Staubach then was back there, that wasn't no pass.
Now you want to bring up a quarterback that was around when we wasn't even born.
No, I'm just saying.
We was in the stroller.
I'm just saying. I mean, Steve Berline did his thing when he was over there too.
Back to me and you being in the stroller.
Okay.
And we got kids in college.
Okay, Steve.
Something wrong, like I said, man.
Steve Berline was the same thing that Nick Foles did with the Eagles. Took the Cowboys to the Super Bowl and then they put him on the bench.
That's Bell. Doug Williams, Washington Redskins. Nigga ain't get a job. Nigga won a Super Bowl, couldn't get a job in this year.
Who, Doug Williams?
Yeah.
No, come on, man. Let's be 100 on that situation. What color is he?
Yeah, well, I'm just giving an example.
And we give
won a Super Bowl, couldn't get a job.
Okay, but we give you another example. Okay, now let's go back to the NFL when we always around. When Kaepernick took that knee, he wasn't the only nigga that took that knee. It was white people took knees too. So why they didn't get blackballed out the NFL? They still playing on Green Bay. On Green Bay, they had a whole bunch of motherfuckers. White boys took Clay.
The real motherfucker that took the knee. You know who the first person took a knee in the NFL?
It was way before Kaepernick even did it.
Tim Tebow.
Okay.
He took a knee talking about he was actually acting like he was praying, talking about he was going against Bush. Okay. He actually got a picture during the national anthem. He was sitting down. He took a knee. Talking about he was against the people that believe in the Bush.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it was great that he did that.
Jerry Jones.
In their eyes.
Okay, Jerry Jones was one. Fortunately, Jerry Jones was one of the people that was out there with his team and took a knee right with his team. Jason Garrett.
Jerry Jones is one of the most racist motherfuckers in the motherfucking planet Earth. Don't be bringing up your
okay, Jason Garrett.
Man, cut that shit out. That nigga right there. Come on, man.
Clay Matthews. All them niggas took knees. Why they ain't out in the NFL?
I'm glad you backed off of Jerry. Don't do that, man. Jerry's a fucking slave driver, man.
I mean, I'm just asking the question. Why Clay Matthews ain't get blackballed out the NFL? He one of the white boys took a knee. The white boy, one of the white boys, Chris Long took a knee.
I'm explaining to you that you ain't gotta ask me that question. We know why. You know what I'm saying? Like that's simple. You know what I mean? We was talking about we went off course. You went off was going off about Dez, but I'm saying to me, there's a lot of shit you can say, like Tony Romo playing wonderful during the regular season, and then don't perform during the playoffs.
But you knew it was but you gotta understand this right here with him. That's no secret with the Cowboys. They knew Tony Romo was a disaster the day that we was in the playoffs, and all he had to do was hold the ball. We kicked field goal, beat Seattle, win the Super Bowl. He flipped the ball and tried to get up, and then when he got hit, try to throw the ball in the end zone. Come on.
Right.
That was a disaster.
Y'all wouldn't have won the Super Bowl. Y'all would have went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I just said. I said if we'd have kicked that field goal, we'd gone to the Super Bowl. But
right.
He figured the ball.
Yeah, man.
And the next year, not Jason Garrett, but what's the nigga name?
See, the big thing about Tony Romo, what people start to understand is he part white, but he Mexican. Nigga didn't want to be. He changed his name just so that he didn't seem that he was Mexican.
Okay, Tiger Woods said he ain't black.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, Tony Romo, he changed his name. His name really was Antonio Romero. But see, he changed his motherfucking name so that he knew that wouldn't have got him to be a quarterback in the NFL. He would have changed his name. That was smart.
Shit, what's the nigga name? Fuck that nigga name is, man. Hey, man, what's that dude name, man? I mean, man, you can go on and on about the stuff and that, but I ain't seen no quarterback that came to the NFL as a walk-on and did the shit that Tony Romo did. Now, don't get me wrong, he done fucked up a lot of games. He fucked off a lot of games. But I ain't seen no walk-on quarterback, an undrafted walk-on quarterback, come to the NFL and put up numbers like he did and being able to pick up a contract like he did.
Nah, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. I mean, I like Tony Romo. I mean, not like him. I'm saying he's an NFL-ready quarterback. But when I look at all that walk-on and you didn't get picked, the problem you have is that means nothing to me because I understand the way people like for instance, I live in a smaller town, right?
Yeah.
But like Cali, like I always get this shit from the Cali niggas with him, grandma paid and all that shit, right? They got schools, so they known for football. Texas known for football, right? So a motherfucker could be good, but if a motherfucker play on that team, he's already got the exposure, so he gonna see so much better than a player that might be coming from where I'm from in this little small ass town. And the player I got right here could be just as better than him, right? Right. So that don't mean that Cali got the best fucking football players. That's just in their minds because of the schools and shit that they go to, and they already got the exposure. It's seen that way. But it's a player from some little small ass town that probably played better than the goddamn player we're looking at calling the best. You know what I'm saying? Top 10 recruit. But it's all about politics. So the fact that he was a walk-on means he just got overlooked wherever the fuck he was at, and he was good. Nobody paid him no attention because he went to some small ass school. And that's just how it is. Don't mean he can't ball, you know what I'm saying? It mean that he didn't go to USC, he didn't go to Ohio State, he didn't go to certain schools, you know?
Yeah.
Like Cam Newton almost didn't have to make it. He had to go to a JUCO school because he got kicked out, and then he got switched up, and that's how he ended up going. But just imagine, Cam Newton, he don't go to JUCO and don't get exposed. He just go to a regular college. You might not even know who Cam Newton was.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad. Shit. Cam did his thing. They allowed him to get to the. I mean, come on, man. I mean, let's look at reality. Let's take Russell Wilson for one, right? That man ain't never denied and said nothing about that he wasn't black, right? Right. Now I want you to look at how many times that man that made a Super Bowl appearance, and yet he make a Super Bowl appearance, and he doing his thing, and the following year they break that team up so he can't make it back there to the Super Bowl. Now, show me what they did it with Tom Brady. They ain't never did it. They probably take one or two pieces from Tom Brady and add some more pieces back, but they'll never take away his offensive line so he won't be able to perform like Wilson was.
You know what? I think you got to look at that totally different though. I think those are two different totally situations. What people don't understand is what Russell Wilson did was great, but Russell Wilson ain't never had a line like Tom Brady, and he still was able to get his team there. He had a great defense. So what I'm saying is the difference is you say they're not gonna take his line away. They need to take Russell line away and give him a little because the one he had and always had has been garbage. They only been running offensive lines and not pass protect lines. Nobody from the Pro Bowl ever came off of his line, yet his team still were good teams, winning records, going to the Super Bowl, 1-1. So what I'm saying is Tom Brady totally different. That team structure and the way New England bring in players, New England don't go for the best players or nothing like that. They go for the hard, gritty players. They don't have to pay a bunch of money and expendable. So the two teams are on two different levels. New England, the philosophy that they have is very great. And players want to come there because they got success, and that's what we start first. So now it's like these college programs that's already winning. So the #1 top recruit wants to go there. So you get somebody who's willing to take a pay cut to go to this establishment because they already are successful. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, it's two different situations with Seattle and with New England is, you know, a motherfucker, everybody want to go to New England because they want a ring. You know what I mean? It's a hard sell to get a motherfucker to go to a Buffalo or a Cleveland, even if they had some of the right pieces. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sell like a motherfucker to get them to go there. So some organizations are buying by being small, you know, smaller organizations. You know what I'm saying? Small market that they can't get the players that would go to a New England or go to, you know, a top team. You know, Seattle. You take Russell Wilson, back to what I said about Cam. Russell Wilson has never had a #1 wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? What #1 he had? He had a bunch of #2s. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, he's only had #2, great #2s. He's never had a complete #1. But if you take Tom Brady in the organization, what I said is, until Tom Brady got Randy Moss, Tom Brady played with a bunch of great #2s himself. Besides Randy Moss, Tom Brady has never played with a great #1. You know, a great #1 tight end, but not a great #1 wide receiver. He had Deion Branch he had with them boys like that. Them boys were just great number 2s and slot guys. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't number 1s. I mean, at least Peyton Manning had a number 1.
Who was his number 1?
Harrison was a blue.
Yeah, but okay, but you had, but Marvin Harrison wasn't all that fast. He just was elusive. Then you had Edelman the same way. Them niggas not fast, but they're elusive.
That's what it. See, that's why I say they when they go get a player. See, some people go get a name. Back to what we were talking about, and I said New England's on a different level. They don't get a name. They get personnel that fit their scheme.
Yeah, like Jerry.
You see what I'm saying? They go get scheme players. I want this player. He got to have a good heart, good attitude. He got to don't give up on no downs, and he fits our scheme. So they looking for personality. They looking for all that shit to fit into their system so they know it's going to work. They don't want no high personality person that's going to come in and fuck up our chemistry. You see what I'm saying? They looking for certain shit. Teams that's not winning in that small market got to sell tickets. Yeah, I'm looking for the big name. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get Zion. I got to go get the next baddest man that everybody going to come watch. You know what I'm saying? So I can sell tickets. So they're building, but they're building in. It's all about finance and everything else. You know what I'm saying? New England, they got it. They're not worried about finance. But it don't matter that I just went and picked up a dude who was just doing paperwork in the insurance office. Because I know what this dude could do. I done did my homework and research. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We already with it. So that's why I said they in a different boat than everybody else. Because they can do something and stand a chance to fail at something. They can get his ass out of there and go try again. You know what I'm saying? But some team that's always been losing, when they fail, it's going to be magnified. You see what I'm saying? Like New York Giants jumping on the limb, grabbing that damn quarterback. I really think them niggas fell on their head, bro. Like, you go get a quarterback from Duke, that shit better work. Or that nigga will never get a job again. Yeah.
But I'm just
you
saying.
See what I mean? I don't know nothing about that boy, but I don't know if maybe y'all some football guru, but I think that nigga's gonna be trash.
I mean, you know, it's the same way that I think with, what's that nigga name? The little black dude from
Ohio State?
Oklahoma. What's his name?
Oh nah, I thought you talking about. Oh, you talking about the little
that went to Arizona. Now, come on now.
You talking about Tyler Murray?
Tyler Murray. Yeah, we all know that Arizona ain't never had no offensive line. As long as you've been knowing them niggas, but they done got shit done. And y'all sending a quarterback down there that's got speed like Russell Wilson. He good at throwing the ball when he running, but you put him with a team that don't have an offensive line. What is you looking for with that? What is you looking for? And that's your number 1 draft pick that come out number 1, and you feel like he finna. You know the
recipe they took that from? I don't know if this boy is good, but if you think about it, Kansas City offensive line is trash too, bro. And you see what Mahomes did. Mahomes just elusive. He get that ball out fast. I'm not saying Kyler Murray's that, but I'm saying to you that this is what I'm telling you. The difference between a black quarterback and a white quarterback, most of them, not this outrageous, is they understand, like Michael Vick. I mean, his offensive lineman made the Pro Bowl as good as he was and the things he did. Because it ain't about them. You know what I'm saying? They know if I get this quarterback and I pay him a bunch of money, shit, I ain't got to invest a bunch of money in the offensive line. I can use the money somewhere else. Because when he get in trouble, that nigga go run. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they don't put the money into the line when they go get these running quarterbacks. They go, you know what? We still ain't got to focus on the line. Because if the pressure get on, this little nigga gonna run for his life. You see what I'm saying? They gonna make plays. So they don't put the money into the line. And that's what you saying is, that's the way they looking at it. I know put a white quarterback there. As a matter of fact, he could be the greatest quarterback come out the draft. He gonna get killed. Nobody gonna ever know that there's potential because his job is he stands in the pocket and he's gonna get crushed. We ain't gonna give him but 2 seconds in the pocket and he's gonna get sacked every time, possibly get hurt, and he ain't gonna look like he's shit. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why you go after the more speedy quarterback that can shoot the ball a little bit. And Mike can't. Look at Lamar Jackson. You see what I mean? He's still good. He's a work in progress. He probably shouldn't even be starting, but he got rushed into the job, and they should have developed him 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the same thing Kyle Shanahan did with what's that nigga name? Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing that I didn't see over there in Baltimore with Lamar. It ain't no different from what Kyle Shanahan did to RG3. Y'all didn't teach that man how to slide. Y'all told that man to come to the NFL and think you're Michael Vick and fuck around. Damn, they got that man career ended. And now he realizing this shit. You know, I'm supposed to slide if I see contact coming. And with Lamar Jackson, it should have been the same thing with him too. That he slide when he sees.
He bigger though. He's stronger, so he not gonna get hurt as fast. You know, the biggest thing with RG3, I don't think the mistake was made that really that you talk about sliding. RG3 went to college. He's a smart motherfucker and common sense nigga. You can't getting hit. I know damn well if I'm on the field and I'm looking at these 200, I weigh 198, 201, and I'm looking at these motherfuckers come running at me and they keep hitting me. Okay, the first time I thought I was tough. So bam, I got popped. After that, reality kicks in. My coach ain't got to tell me a motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
I understand football and I know damn well I need to slide because I don't want that nigga hitting me like that again.
Yeah.
So that's common sense, right?
But
it's called common sense, and I know RG3 got it. But listen to what I'm saying. The biggest thing was when he got hurt. Do not put him in